Morning, everybody. It is 6:27 a.m. June 11th. Nice little campsite I found late into the evening, and now we are on our way. There was a campsite I was heading for, but it was late, tired, 24 miles. You do the math on that one. I saw that one, I said I'm taking it. I passed by a couple that were just too rocky and too unlevel, and I'm like, I'm just gonna grab something. That little nice site popped right up. So even though it wasn't off the woods, it's like I like it. It was a one-person site, so it was perfect. It was weird. Later on in the evening, I heard someone going southbound. I'm like, really? I'm not the only one out here late walking around. So maybe we'll get another 24, and it's 52.9 miles to the Delaware Water Gap in the New Jersey border. So, can I do it in 2? I'm scheduled for 3. Well, I was scheduled for 4, but we already got one day behind us. So, I think the weather's supposed to hold out and be nice for a while now, so it's nice to wake up to a dry tent. That's a lot less weight on the backpack. And I packed my cold soak with my spork on the exterior of my pack, so I don't have to go pawing for it later, and it'll be ready for soaking. So off we go. Well, it wasn't that much further from where I was. That campsite was on the right, and it was already taken. And I don't know if it's the same guy doing that little bear bag hang, but what's the point? The bear hang was barely 5 feet up a tree, so you might as well just hand the bear your food if you're gonna do that. So I sleep with my food, so bear wants it, he's gonna get a fight. But something like that, you might as well just hand it to him, because you're not doing any good anyhow. So yes, you can claim you hang your food, but if you're not doing it right, what's the point? Hand him the food and get it over with. So wonder what kind of rocks are going to get thrown at us today. We're not out of Rocksylvania yet. So I'll take all these nice paths as long as I can and be grateful for it. Got a little blister going on my left heel, so got some moleskin on it today. I haven't had a blister in, man, ages. Maybe it is these shoes then. So Pennsylvania gets a rap for being Rocksylvania, because they do have a lot of rocks. But I don't hear anybody mention the fact they have a lot of nice, easy hikes in between that. A lot of, stuff like this, access road type material, and a lot of just nice trail. A nice little reprieve in between the rocks. So I know when I was thinking, I gotta make it all the way to Jersey through all the rocks, I was thinking it was nothing but rocks. So I mean, look at this. I've been working on this for a while now. Two things I haven't seen in Pennsylvania is rattlesnakes and trail magic. Aside from the Amish cookie and grape feed at the pavilion, nothing on trail. I was hiking with a little bit with Rodeo. Saw her in town, and she was saying she had the best trail magic in Pennsylvania. So I guess it all depends on, timing. I think she was invited. She stayed over at someone's house. I'm like, that is some serious trail magic there. If you get a complete stranger welcoming you into their home, shower, hot food, bed. Oh heck yeah, I take it all day long. So, but yeah. Pennsylvania has rocks, but they do have these sections too, and they're interspersed, so it's kind of nice to have a little break in between the pounding you get when you do hit the rocks. So, and I've got, well, less now, but basically 52 miles to get out of Pennsylvania. So a couple of days. Just across the main drag from the trail, you can see the back of this building, and some sort of restaurant. Come out to the road to look, I can see there's a sign. Walked a little bit closer. Definitely not open. Oh, that's such a bummer. That's perfectly located right on the main drag. And I Googled like food near me, and I think the closest thing is almost 5 miles, so I'm not hitching. Just get back on trail and keep on going. It was a little bit of wishful thinking though. Take a little side jaunt. Oh, I wonder if this is where my buddy camped the other day. He said he had a sweet spot. This would be it. Little viewage. Some serious rockitude here. That I have to traverse. This is gonna be a long day. A little bit of a view. But if you like rocks, plenty of those. Plenty of graffiti people too. They're making this look like garbage. Well done, people. Must have a lot of pride in yourselves. So see if we get a view over there. It's a shame. Look at me, I can paint. I guess true nature, along with man's intervention. Without those farms, we don't eat. Fire down there. Definitely beautiful. Camera never does it justice. Says a small band of Utes went by me. Bunch of boys, I'm thinking 13, 14. All on some sort of hiking trek. And one of them looks at me, lets me go by, and goes, "Good job, sir, you're doing great." I wanted to laugh and say, well, I hope so. I've been practicing for 1,250 miles, but I just said, "You too. Have a good day." I thought it was funny. "Good job, sir. You're doing good." "Thanks, Sonny. I'll try and make it." Well, just had two southbound hikers. They had the old packs with the external frame. These older fellas. One had a shirt that said "This body climbed Mount Washington." So I said, yeah, I'm going on my 4th. And he's like, "I've done it 7. And we got to talking, and I didn't ask him where he was from, but the other guy, the second guy, was from Dover, New Hampshire. And he was talking about the last time he was out here was in August. I think it's Allenton shelter. And he said when he was back home in August hiking, the same hikers as he saw at the shelter, he saw up in New Hampshire. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a small world out here, the people you run into. A lot from New England, a lot you'll see up there. But yeah, the one said that the rocks don't get any easier when you get out of here, out of Pennsylvania. But thanks. So we'll keep pressing on. It's 11 a.m. Nice on the feet. That away somewhere. This is a place I'd expect to see some snakes. I see a blaze over there. Interesting. Assuming it's here to help the vegetation take hold. Things you see on the AT. It's funny. I was just talking about, I haven't seen any trail magic in Pennsylvania, and there's a gravel crossing road over there by cell tower, and there was 2 coolers. One with Coke, one with water, apple, and the other one had crackers. So I had trail magic. There's about 4 other hikers there. Girl I haven't seen since Harbor Ferry dusk just showed up. There was a young guy. He goes, "Oh, you're Papa. You're the guy with the stamp. Haven't seen you since Gooch Gap." That was back like March 12th. So it's a small world, but everybody else says they were having some good hiker magic. You and another person was talking about getting picked up and taken to someone's house, shower, bed, the whole shebang. Like, dag. That'd be hard to turn down a nice bed and a hot shower. And they're all saying the next place to get viable water is at the shelter, and then past that's gonna be a dry area. So I have 2 bottles filled on my 3, but at some point in time I have to put some in my food for my cold soak. It'll be getting to that time soon. I guess there's rain coming. They mentioned something about Winding Gap or something like that, doing those rocks, not wanting to do them in the rain. I really don't check my map to see what's ahead of me. I just know I have to get to Katahdin, so it is what it is. Here you go, guys. A little bit of a view. So, this has been a relatively nice little section since the last bit of rocks. It was even better than this before. It was like pine needles not too long ago. But this was what I was saying. When I'm learning about Pennsylvania, there are these breaks in the action between the rocks. So you're not constantly getting beat up. Kind of cool looking little views of the woodlands. And the weather has been pretty good for hiking. It's been relatively cool, keeping a low sweat factor and not needing hydration as often. My hydration is pretty good. So the only thing I haven't been able to test out is, my cold soaking. How does that do on a warmer day? Is the meal more warmer when I eat it? I mean, so far it's worked out pretty good. The only issue I have is if I'm not careful of sealing the bag as it's in my back pouch, it could leak. So I put it in a gallon Ziploc as a backup, keep the mess down. But other than that, it's working pretty good. My meal's ready when I get there. I don't have to cook. I don't have to mess around with putting anything away after. It's there. So, kind of liking it. There you go. Man, this is like heaven. Love to camp on this stuff. Look at that. Some city down there. I don't know what it is. Little town. Well, I tell you what, last couple of miles, this is beautiful up here. There's some really nice campsites, but I'm not at my miles yet. I mean, I'm close. Like 5 miles away from making my 20 for the day, and it's just before 2. Maybe Pennsylvania's giving me a little bit of a breather here from all the rocks. I really don't know what's ahead of me because I didn't check my map. But, oh yeah, note to self, if you're going to do cold soaking, make sure your bottles at least have water in one of them. I have water in 2 of them, but they're both flavored. So, on a good note, the shelter is coming up within a mile. I think it's the last decent water for a while. There's like warnings on other waters ahead because of high zinc content to only drink it for emergencies. It's a nice camping area over there. There's a bunch of nice camping areas up on top I'd love to stay at, but as usual, doesn't coincide with my goals for the day. I mean, can this be a 30 miler? something like this, possibly, in spite of my blister. And yeah, my shoes are falling apart now. So, gotta make it into the next town, get some new shoes, which I was planning on anyhow. I was thinking of sending these home, but I realized it's not worth sending them home now. The sides have come unglued. As long as the fronts and backs stay glued, I'll be good. Just came down from the shelter about a couple 100 yards up. There you go. A little spring water coming out of a pipe. And cold soaking now, and I've tapped up all my bottles. They're all full. I gotta go down, cross the river, and go up, so I don't know what's ahead of me, but we'll see. Well, something tells me, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct, and I'm gonna be crossing that bridge and heading up into the woods somewhere over there before I lay my head. I remember I just met somebody who was like congratulating me on my hike, hoping he can do it one day. He says, "Jay, you gotta cross the river." But it's weird, you know, I saw the big town over in the distance over there. And it'd be nice if I could find an outfitter nearby, because I am going to be in need of some shoes soon. And fingers crossed I make it all the way to Joyzy, and I can find an outfitter there. It's really cool. Just came down on this mountain. I'm gonna go back up it. And for the most part, I mean, I'm banging out the miles, and it hasn't been an easy day, to say the least. The rocks were there, you'll see in the video. So it's not like I had it smooth. I mean, that nice ridge walk was beautiful. I'd love to have camped up there, but just nothing times out like that at the moment. Get a nice, that'd be perfect for sunrise and sunset. Holy mackerel. Get both sides. But we're going downhill, crossing the river shortly. Going across the bridge. That was a service station behind me. I suppose I could check, see if they had soda there, but yeah, I didn't. I had soda at the Trail Magic, which is awesome. Doesn't take much for me. Looks like a rail trail down there. Oh, nice. Kayaks over there. Town somewhere down there, because we saw that earlier. No places to eat that I can see right near the bridge, which would really be nice, really. So I'm gonna cross the bridge. I'm guessing he's fishing for walleye. Came from down there. Going up there. Oh no, at the end of the day too. Just letting you know you're turning here in case you can't figure that one out. Whoop. That was a close call. So I went on up behind me, that store, and they had a Coke machine there, but it's ancient and it's not working. You gotta go up and you gotta cross there and then come back down here where I'm at now, and the trail goes on just a little bit of ahead right here. There's a sign there, but you still have to go up to the lights and kind of cross over because there is a blaze over there. Interesting. Looks like some sort of trail magic there in the form of water and I'm guessing hand sanitizer. I suppose can come in handy. There's some here. empty water jugs, but they're empty. Shoe scraper. Hey. All right, back up trail we go. Afternoon climb. Someday I'll get used to this. A little bit of a glimpse from the other side. And by the way, yeah, we're not done with the rocks. Thank you, Pennsylvania, for reminding me. A little bit of a view. Like a water tower. So not quite to the top yet. As you can see, I'm heading that way. I'll get a better view from there. Across from there, go there somewhere. It's an iconic picture spot. A lot of people take this picture from here. Me too. Some serious rock scrambling. Got them going up it, not down it. Now, apparently I didn't see the blazes. I took that way up. Holy mackerel. I see blazes down there. Yikes. Man, oh man. I got a way to end the day. There's a trail I should have taken. I took the hard way. That was sketchy. That was New England sketchy. Whew. Get me off this ridge. I need a place to camp. More rocks over there. Alright guys, I'm at mile 1265. It is exactly 5 o'clock. The trail goes like 50, 75 feet behind me over into the woods. There's some girls that had a nice spot in the woods there, but I found this spot right here. Yeah, I'm taking it. There's a campsite a little ways ahead, half a mile ahead, but that's chances are it's going to be crowded. Why not right here? A beautiful view. Call it a night. See you guys.
That's all, folks.